It's time for us to learn about the history of K-pop music by focusing on one of the top K-pop artists and groups, and for me to sing for you live.
Are you ready to check out the hit songs that were popular back in the days?
Then get ready to do some time traveling with me, Hayana.
And me, Tasha from Scarf. It's time for Born to Rock the Mic.
Okay, hello Tasha. Well, you are the co-host of Born to Rock the Mic with me today, so how do you feel?
I'm a little nervous, but I promise to do my best.
Okay. Well, for the past couple of weeks, we picked a certain week in the past and took a look at the songs that made in the top 20 of the music charts. But we decided to give a little bit more different. Well, by picking one artist or a group to focus on each week and learning more about their hit songs.
Now, as you probably know, I'm a rookie singer, and there are many senior singers that I look up to. So I can't wait to find out more about one singer today.
Well, it's time for the first edition of Born to Rock the Mic. Well, let's check out which singer we're going to learn today. So the first singer we'll be focusing on today is none other than the star of Asia, Boa, who made her debut 13 years ago.
Boa! I really love and respect her, and I'm sure many other stars do look up to her too.
Well, I agree to you with that one. Well, she's one of the top solo female artists in Korea who's been dominating the music scene since her debut 13 years ago. And now, why don't we take a look at her songs that became huge hits? How about we start with her debut album that was released in 2000? Oh wow, Boa made her debut when she was in her teens.
Wow.
Well, and she exuded such youthful energy singing the title track IDP Speed. And Boa took part in an audition that was held by SM Entertainment in 1998. And her talent and star quality was recognized, and she was recruited by the agency. And she received intense vocal and dance training 3 years before finally making her debut in 2000.
Wow, she also received Japanese and English lessons to prepare herself for her overseas debut. She just proves that you must be well prepared in order to become successful.
After her successful debut in Korea, she released her album single IDP Speed in Japan in 2001. And back then, the cultural exchange between Korea and Japan was very minimal and not what is like now. So it wouldn't be an exaggeration to say that Boa paved the way for her junior singers to debut in Japan.
That's right. No one knew what to expect from a debut in Japan. They didn't know whether her album would become a hit or a flop. But her first studio album, Listen to My Heart, became the first album by a Korean singer to top the Oricon album chart, selling over 1 million copies.
Yes, and after this incredible achievement, Boa returned to the K-pop scene with her second studio album in 2002. So let's take a look. Well, this is still quite a popular song to sing in a singing room. Well, yes, I'm talking about Number One, was released in 2002.
Because of a huge success in Japan, Boa drew even more attention in Korea. And her second album, Number One, became a huge hit, selling about 540,000 copies in 2002.
And Tasha, can I ask you a question? Well, what's your number one priority? It could be, like a person or an object or something.
My number one priority would be Scarf.
Wow, your
How
members.
about you?
Well, I would say my able members too. Well, actually, the ballad piece, Waiting, was quite popular as well. And after promoting her second studio album, Boa released a special album titled Miracle, which consisted of her Japanese singles that were translated into Korean. So let's take a look at this album too.
I love this song too. It was a best-selling single to date, and it was hugely popular in Japan and Korea. I heard that you are gonna sing Valentine for us. I can't wait to hear it.
Well, I decided to sing this song, which is probably very meaningful for Boa, and here it goes. 사람이 되고도 행복한 나 그 어떤 조그만한 소원이라도 그대에게 기회를 줄래 You're my dream.
Wow, I loved it. I love how you sang this song.
Well, thank you, thank you. Well, now let's move on to her next album. It's her third studio album, Atlantis Princess.
Of all the albums released by BoA, this particular album contains the brightest and most cheerful songs. That's why her fans call this album the BoA's Bright Album.
So now let's move on to BoA's fifth album. Actually, her fifth album released in 2005 was Girls on Top.
And the title track of the same name was an intense dance song with a warning message against guys who think men are superior to women. And the choreography caused a sensation as well.
That's right. Well, she climbed onto the back of the male dancer in the later half of the song, right? And that totally went well with Girls on Top. And now, Tasha, well, what kind of guy do you dislike the most?
Oh, I dislike guys who lie a lot. What about you?
Well, I dislike guys who are impolite. Yeah, who are really rude. I don't really like them. Well, to all our male viewers, I hope you take a note of what we just said. Well, don't do the things we just mentioned and you'll be loved by the ladies.
You'll sing one of these songs for us, right?
Of course. Well, I'll sing Atlantis Princess for you.
Wow, your version sounds completely different from BoA's, and I loved it.
Thank you, thank you. Well, anyways, getting back on track, BoA soared to the top with this album, with many of the tracks becoming hits like Moto and Guarded in the Air. Well, this is also when she started getting ready to debut in the mainstream music industry in the US.
That's right, she worked on her album while being active in Japan. And finally, she released her debut album in the US, titled BoA, in March 2009.
And before the release of her album, she had released her first single, Eat You Up, in October 2008. And it reached 8th place on Billboard's Hot Dance Club Play chart. But unfortunately, it wasn't as successful as everyone had anticipated. But you know, at least she tried, you know, and that's what counts, right? Now let's take a look at BoA's latest album in her 7th studio album, released in July 2012. Well, the title track of her 7th album was the R&B song with a medium tempo, Only One, and this was quite a special song.
Yes, BoA actually personally wrote the lyrics and composed the music to this song. This was her first time promoting the song, and she wrote and composed as a title track.
Yes, and in the music video, she appeared alongside the heartthrob Yoo Ah-in. And Tasha, is there an actor you like to portray a couple with in a music video?
You know, I recently watched G.I. Joe 2, so I really love to portray a couple with Lee Byung-hun.
Oh, Lee Byung-hun.
How about you?
Well, I'm a huge fan of Yoo Seung-ho. Yeah, so if I have an opportunity to portray a couple with him, I would love to.
Wow.
Anyways, well, BoA also wowed everyone with the highly difficult dance move she did with male singers on stage.
That's right. She performed with Taemin of SHINee, Super Junior's Eunhyuk, TVXQ's Yuno, and EXO-K's Sehun.
Yes, and now BoA recently held a concert in Korea for the first time in her career.
She held many concerts in Japan and overseas, but never in Korea. So it was very meaningful and quite overwhelming for her and her domestic fans.